Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you do not know me, my name is Lauren. If you've been to my channel before, welcome back. Today's video is a video that I haven't done in so long, so I am so happy to be doing it. It is my monthly favorites, and it's going to be my favorites from the month of April. And I haven't done one of these in a really long time because I've just been really busy, or I haven't really had a lot of products that I wanted to talk about, or like last month I did is it worth the hype? Is it not? I wanted to switch it up a little bit, but honestly, I just miss doing a good old-fashioned favorites video. So I'm just going to sit with you today and chat with you a little bit about some of the products that I've been loving this month. I will tell you right off the bat, I do not have a ton of products to talk about. I actually have a lot of brushes, which is rare because normally brushes don't really stand out to me, but for whatever reason this month they did. So yeah, if you want to see what I loved in April, then keep on watching. Oops. So first up, I've got to talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say the lipstick in the room. I am wearing the Ciaté London Liquid Velvet, and this is in the shade Pinup. I got this in an Ipsy a while ago, and I never really used it until I think one time I used it for a tutorial randomly, and then last weekend I just kind of had natural makeup and I wanted to just jazz it up a little bit. So I grabbed this, threw it on, and let me tell you, first of all, the color is absolutely amazing. I love it so much. It's definitely more of a winter fall color. I won't be wearing it a lot this summer, or maybe I will, I don't know. Sometimes I like to do weird shit. The formula is absolutely amazing. It is definitely velvety. That is why they named it that, like, duh. It's just a really good formula, and I actually forgot it at home when I left, which that's a no-no for me. I always bring my lipsticks with me no matter where I'm going. If I'm wearing one, it's coming with me. I'm not gonna let it fall off my face. I'm not about that life. So I will always bring my lipsticks with me after I put them on, but on Saturday I actually forgot this and I was so pissed. Like I almost wanted to go home and grab it, but I was like, well, that's a little bit too high maintenance, so I'm not gonna do that. But it didn't matter because I got home and I went out and had several drinks out of drinking this way and drinking through a straw, and actually had like a full bowl of pasta, and this stuff, it did not budge, not at all. I will be doing a haul soon where I'll be buying a bunch of makeup, and some other shades of this are definitely going to be put into my cart because this shit is just the bomb. Next up, I have some brushes that I would like to talk about. I don't really talk about brushes that much on my channel. Even when I'm doing a YouTube video, I'll rarely even tell you what brush it is that I'm using. I'll kind of tell you the style and the shape of it, but I won't necessarily tell you the brand because to me, honestly, drugstore is kind of just as good as high-end brands, and who wants to spend $30 on a brush? But recently I've kind of changed my mind a little bit on that just because I have found these three brushes and they have literally changed my life for the better. Starting with this one, this is one I got from Sephora. It was probably around $30, so it wasn't anything too crazy. I mean, there's brushes out there that are like $60 that you could get, and girl, that is just ridiculous. But this is Sephora's Pro Contour Contouring Precision 79 brush. I absolutely love the top of it. You can see it's like kind of like tapered a little bit, so it's like thicker on the edges and then it goes up. It would be really good to contour with. I have not contoured with it yet, but I use it for putting a highlighter on. I love the way it applies. I like the way it goes down my nose. It's got a little bit of a poof to it, so it's not just like putting it on there. It's already kind of blending it when you put it on, and it's really easy to work with, and I definitely recommend it. So basically this month I have been going back and forth between that brush to highlight with and then also this brush. This is the Tapered blending brush by, I want to say it says GÂCHIS. I can't, it's like really small and in cursive, but I will try to find where it came from and link it below. It came in my Ipsy, and normally when they send me brushes, I'm like, all right, what a waste. Send me something else. But this month I was very happy. The littlest bit you need on the brush of highlighter, and then you can kind of just right on there. It's really good for precision, again, down the nose. This one is more for like an overall glow, I would say, probably. And this one is more for just like if you want like that line that I have right here where it's just like, bam, this is my highlighter. Lastly, I basically only use Morphe brushes for my eyes. I really just love them. I think they're cheap, they're easy to use, and there's one for everyone. If you get a kit, there's so many different kinds in there to basically cover all your needs, and it's gonna save you some money too. And there's also, you can get codes to get 10% off. Like, it's just, why not? But recently I wanted to find a brush that was a little bit more precise, like that I could really get in there and, you know, kind of carve out my eyes a little bit more and do a really good smoky eye with. And this little guy came into my life. It is the It Cosmetics brush. It was bought in Ulta, and it is the Airbrush number 112 Precision Shadow. It's a great brush. Again, I like to use it when I'm doing my crease, when I want it to be really precise and look good, and it works really well. It's so easy to use. Anytime I want something to be really precise, or I'm doing a smoky eye and I just want it to look perfect, I will use this brush. I have not stopped using it since I got it, and I know that I'll reach for it over and over and over again. I could put this in my favorites video every single month probably. Next up is more of like a face scrub. It's not necessarily makeup, but it definitely falls into the beauty category. I have been using this for a while now. It came, I believe, in my Ipsy or my Birchbox. I don't remember. I've had it for a long time. It is a body scrub. I only use it on my face, so that's probably why I've had it for so long. But it is the Frank Body Original Body Scrub. It says, "Hey babe, this is a coffee scrub. Don't drink it. Rub it on your bod." It honestly doesn't say anywhere on here that it is for your face, but I ain't sorry, whatever. I'm gonna put it on my face. Basically says to get in the shower. The packaging is super freaking cute. Get in the shower. So it says, get naked, get dirty, get rough, get clean. So you're pretty much going to use this scrub all over your face or body. If you have sensitive skin, you might want to avoid the face. Some scrubs leave that really oily, nasty residue after. This will not do that. You know, it leaves it a little bit, but only to like where you feel actually like your skin is moisturized and not just like greasy, because I hate scrubs that do that. It is actual coffee. So it says freshly ground robust coffee, targets cellulite and skin imperfections, brown sugar and sea salt to smooth lumps and bumps, cold pressed sweet almond oil, that's the oil and that's why it's not disgusting, and then orange essence, smells nice. To me, it smells like coffee. I'm only gonna put a little bit in here because I only have a little bit left, but you can see it literally just looks like coffee grinds. I will do a video maybe at some point just kind of walking you through this product a little bit more, because it's a good one. I'm not sure how much it costs. It says right on here, use Ipsy Babe for 10% off, but that might be over since it was in the Ipsy bag so long ago. But if you get the chance to get your hands on it, I would highly recommend it. I will spray tan my face sometimes, and no matter what product I am using, the next day I just feel a little bit like it might not be perfectly even, or it might be a little too orange for my liking. It doesn't matter what product I use. So I will use that to kind of shower the excess off, and then it leaves my skin feeling very naturally tan. Or I will use it if I'm just feeling like my skin is a little bit rough, if I have some texture that I just kind of want to refresh. I probably don't use it more than like once or twice a week, but you know, if you're tanning more, or if you need to use a scrub more and exfoliator more, then I'm sure it would be easy on your skin as well. Next up is the the Bravo Conditioning Primer by Benefit. I've probably talked about this in a video before, but I absolutely love this product. It is literally a primer for your eyebrows. You kind of do one of these and it just clicks up, and then you can apply it to your eyebrow. It'll help keep them in place. It'll also help supposedly to condition them. I've been using this for a few months now. I'll put it on even when I'm not wearing any makeup, sometimes even right before I go to bed, just to give them a little bit of conditioning, and it really works well. I'm already noticing that my eyebrows are starting to grow in a little bit. Normally my eyebrows get kind of dry and almost itchy in the winter, and that hasn't been happening. So I think this is a really great product, and if you are a brow diva like I am, then you'll definitely love it. Next up is the Mad Lash Black Mascara. It's actually in the shade Noir. I used to use it when I first got it in my Ipsy bag, and I recently started using it again, and oh my god, this mascara, it snatches those lashes up. It does not give them a chance. They do not stand a freaking chance with this stuff. You can see the brush is just very different, which at first I was like, oh no. And it's like rubbery kind of, and not necessarily the soft bristles that I really like and feel like cause them, you know, create the most volume. But something about it, I don't know. It gets super close to the lash line, and let me tell you, like I said, it just snatches them up. They are just snatched, and then they're good to go for the day. It's waterproof, I believe. It's actually from the Balm. I didn't realize that. Now that I know that, that makes more sense. I thought it was just like a random brand that was killing it with their mascara. I never really heard people talk about it. I've had it for a very long time and it hasn't dried out. So yeah, I don't know. I would definitely recommend this mascara if you're in the market for a new one. And even if you're not, you should still try it because it's pretty good. Next up is the Tarteist Pro Glow Palette. I actually used this a lot when I was on vacation a few months ago, and I haven't talked about it because I haven't had a favorites video since. So I wanted to make sure to talk about it in this video. This is their Tarteist Pro Glow Palette, and it has 4 beautiful highlighter shades on top. And then this is a sculpting powder. It is actually in the shade Sculpt, and that is just a bronzer. It is a powder, but it is very, very, very creamy. And then this is actually a cream concealer, or I'm sorry, cream contour shade, and that is called Shade Creative Tart. So yeah, you can see this brown is absolutely beautiful. Sorry, I'm like swatching in the weirdest place. It's a really pretty color. I would call this one a warm tone. And then I would say that this, the cream, is probably more of a cool tone. It looks intense, but I promise you, it literally blends to nothing. I'll give you a little dab with the Beauty Blender so you can see. It's really good for doing a cream contour, and then I like to put this over top to set it. I'm not really particularly more into cool tones or warm tones. I feel like both of them work very well on my skin and with the shade of my skin, so I don't really have to worry about that as much. So I like to just mix them together, and then I'm getting the best of both worlds. These beautiful highlighter shades. This one is in the shade Strobe. It's so pretty. I don't know if you can fully see it, but it's absolutely gorgeous. This one is in the shade Lit. This is also really freaking pretty. They're all kind of similar, but a little bit different. This one is more of like a gold, where this one is more of like a white. And then there is Stunner, which Stunner is probably my favorite. And again, it's like, I don't know, the powders in this palette are just, they're so creamy. Like, that's probably the point, but oh, they're just absolutely gorgeous. Sorry if you can't see that well. They are beautiful. I wore them in the Dominican when I was there without anything else, basically almost every night, because they just look so pretty. With summer coming up, I would highly recommend getting this. It has mirrors on either side. It's not that expensive. The packaging is definitely worth it. And again, like I said, the highlights, even if you don't use the bronzer shades, the highlights. And then last but certainly not least, I finally went ahead and I just couldn't control myself anymore. And did I really just do that? I have to tell you, this palette was $22, and I'm pretty sure then I used a 10% off, so it was even less than that. This palette is amazing. It is so good. It has literally every freaking color in the rainbow. You could create so many looks with this. I mean, like, each row could be its own look, literally going every single way. I've used it pretty much every single time I've done my makeup since I've gotten it. It's good for traveling. It's thin. I could just throw it in my purse, and then literally would only have to really bring this because I have my transition colors down here. Maybe I would have to bring one other like neutral palette just for a few more transition shades, but I don't know. It's really good. This is the 35B. They have one that is all brown shades. They have ones that are just shimmers, but I thought this one was really pretty because, you know, it has a little bit of the shimmer. It has a little bit of the matte, and pigment. I mean, the pigment is just nuts. It's ridiculous. Like, every time I go to buy an eyeshadow lately, I'm like, well, do I need it? You know, do I already have a color like this? And honestly, I don't even know how I'm going to be able to buy eyeshadow anymore because it has every single freaking color in this palette. The greens are so pretty. Sometimes greens are really hard to kind of create. Sorry, I'm swatching these in the weirdest spots, but it's just a good palette through and through. I really don't have any complaints about it. I mean, some people complain about the size, but I like that. And again, for the money, I mean, for the price, this is ridiculous. There's no other palette on the market unless it's drugstore, and even then I can't think of a palette that has this many colors that will give you this much of a selection for this cheap of a price. So to me, it is definitely a no-brainer. This is absolutely one of my favorites this month, and I'm sure it will continue to be all month and all summer because I'm gonna have some fun with this one. Me and this one. We got plans. So that will complete this video. I know I didn't have a lot of products, but I wanted to make sure to keep it kind of short and sweet this month. I'm super excited to start finding new products for the summer and kind of switch my makeup from, you know, the winter, the borings. Okay, no makeup is boring, but you know what I mean. Over to this fun summer stuff. And yeah, I just can't wait to see what summer has. I know that a lot of brands haven't even released all of their summer products yet, so there'll hopefully be some awesome things coming out this summer. As always, if there's anything that you want me to try, let me know. I'm more than happy to. Let me know what your favorites from the month of April have been. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! And I'll see you in my next video.